Hello and welcome back to Disc Golf Daily, the podcast that tries to catch you up on all things disc golf in about 8 to 10 minutes. Today we're recapping the LWS Open. I'm Brian Papa Wolf Frawley, and I'm excited to dive deeper into one of my favorite courses down in Idlewild. So we had a big payout for FPO, 8,000, big payout for MPO, 12,500. Pretty exciting stuff going into the event. After round two, we saw a familiar name at the top, Scoggins. It was her birthday, if I recall, during round two as well. And some unfamiliar names joining her on the rest of the card. Well known, but maybe not always seen towards the top. We had Deanne Carey, Raven Klein, Morgan Linz, Madison Walker rounding out your top five after day two. Going in to day three, it was a beautiful day out in Kentucky. I wish I could have been there to spectate. It was a lot of fun and a lot of excitement from the viewer standpoint. For me personally, at least, I think Idlewild shows really, really well on camera. Maybe some of the other courses, it doesn't give you the full, teeth, if you will, of the course, but the amount of trees, the amount of angles, the amount of turning fairways, I think the DGN crew did an amazing job showing that off, and shout out to the commentators this weekend. I thought they did a great job as well. So Owen started her day getting 5 of the first 7, and that gave her a 5 to 6 stroke lead, depending on what holes we want lining up with what holes. She continued to rock that lead right through a double bogey and a bogey late. Not to worry, she still snuck out a 4-stroke win with a 1,000 rated round today with -5. Right below her with a 10-13 rated round was Natalie Ryan. Sarah Holcomb jumped up 10 spots with a 5 down 1,000 rated round as well. Congrats to her. Morgan Linz rounds out your top 4, and we had a big tie for 5th between Alexis Manduano, Holland Hanley, Madison Walker, and Raven Klein. So congrats to Owen. And with that, Owen closes the gap on the Disc Golf Pro Tour standings a little bit with Missy. Missy's still in the lead. Missy got see, my math wasn't quick there. Missy got 45 points today. Owen got 100, and Holland got 58 and 3/4. I'm sure that 3/4 might come in handy later. But that's your top 3. Didn't change at all. Evelina did not play, who's 4th. Kristen did not play, who's 5th. Ella Hansen, who did not play, is 6th. Natalie Ryan and Kat Merchant both got points, jumping over Henna Blumros. And Rebecca Cox now rounds out your top 10 for your Disc Golf Pro Tour standings. Obviously, with Worlds in 2 weeks, it's going to be really interesting to see that full field and see if we have any shakeup within the standings for all of those players. As I said earlier, I love watching the course at Idlewild. I just think it is such a fun track, to use Philo's terms. The only thing I worry about from a competitive standpoint is, there isn't a ton of birdies on a few holes, specifically hole 10. I don't believe that was birdied at all on the FPO side throughout the weekend. And maybe hole 3 got only 1 birdie, I believe. I think it was today. I think Raven Klein got the birdie today, if I remember correctly. Let's see. Boom! Raven Klein did get that birdie on 3 today, but no other birdies throughout the rest of the week. How do you like that? Let me know in the comments below if you're watching this on YouTube, or if you follow us on the Instagrams or the Facebook or the X. When Steve gets this posted, let me know what you think about a hole like hole 3 for the FPO or hole 10 for the FPO. And there was only 1 birdie for the entire weekend, lots of bogeys and a handful of double bogeys to go with that. Is that still exciting? Is that still a challenge? Or do you want to see birdies? I think it's okay to get par. We'll see how that works out. On the women's side, Kona shot 38 points above her rating. Taylor Kramer shot 31 points over her rating. And Madison Walker, who made it into your top 5, shot 26.5 points over her rating. Unfortunately, Stacey Ronsley, Candice Burge, and Maria Olivo were your highest rated players to not cash. On the MPO side, after day 2, we saw a familiar name at the top. Mr. Calvin Heimberg, Vinny, if you will. Joseph Anderson, or Joey Buckets to those, was in second. Isaac Robinson had a monster minus 13 round that was 1076 rated during round 2 to jump him up 30 spots into third place. Emerson Keith was in fourth, and Ezra Robinson, Isaac's brother, was in fifth place. Now, going into the final round, we saw maybe some nerves, or maybe just, some putts just not falling in, or however you wanted to word it. But Isaac shoots out to a lead because he got 6 of the first 8 birdies. Joseph Anderson only got 3 of the first. Calvin only got 3 of the first 8. Ezra only got 3 of the first 8. We saw people shooting from below, like Kyle Klein, who had a great day. Joel Freeman, who had a great day. Andrew Marweed, who had a great day. They were jumping up. It was a real battle. We saw right at the beginning of coverage, we saw Ricky get an eagle to start and a birdie to start, so his name was floating around in there. As you watched, it got a little bit more intense. It got to hole 13, and some things happened. Unfortunately, Isaac Robinson took a triple bogey on 13, a bogey on 14, and then a double bogey on 15. This opened it up, allowed Joseph Anderson, who went birdie, 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 birdie on 11 through 14, and then got the birdie on 17 as well. Calvin Heimberg had a birdie on 17, an eagle on 16, and then a birdie look on 17. As soon as his putt came out of his hand, for those of you that were watching, you saw his head down. He knew he missed it. It was a circle's edge putter, so unfortunately that did not close the gap that needed to be closed. Joseph Anderson really only needed a par to walk in the win, if you will. But his first drive ended a little bit left on the par 4 of 650-foot hole. And then instead of, throwing it safely into those trees or safely into circle 1, he just ripped it. He just sent it right at it, hit the cage, made the crowd go wild. Thought that was an unbelievable way for the young man, Joseph Anderson, who's had a great year to get his first win. Becomes the 8th unique winner at Idlewild in a row, I believe. And one of 5 of those winners that got their first win ever. Shout out to the Disc Golf Pro Tour and DGN for popping those stats out real fast. Thought that was really cool. Congrats to Joseph Anderson, who's had a great year and really deserved to get that win. He's a fighter. They mentioned on the broadcast that he missed the last two cuts, both in European Open and in Ledgestone. And they asked him, what made you want to come out? And he just talked about the love for the game and the love for throwing frisbees, and I think that can connect at any level, whether you're a touring pro or a weekend warrior or just a guy that likes to see the cool things glide. Very, very cool weekend for Joseph Anderson, a.k.a. Joey Buckets. I know we'll be looking for some Joey Buckets bucket hats coming out soon. He mentioned that in his post-round interview. Gannon Burr, still your Disc Golf Pro Tour leader. Shocker on that one. He tied 8th, got himself 52 points. Ricky, another top 20, got some points. Nicholas Antila, was not in attendance, as many Europeans were not, so he did not move at all. Calvin Heimberg closes that gap a lot between 3rd and 4th. Anthony Barella got himself a handful of points. Ezra Robinson jumped up as well to make 6th place. Kyle Klein is your 7th. And in 8th place in your Disc Golf Pro Tour standings, Paul McBeth, who is not there at LWS Open this weekend. Joseph Anderson shot 22 points above his rating. Emerson Keith shot 20 points above his rating. Aiden Scott and Ryan Mulder both shot roughly 20 points over their ratings as well to be some of the highest rated, or the highest rated rounds to cash. Congrats to you gentlemen. Simon Lizotte, Gavin Rothburn, and Corey Ellis did not cash. They were your highest rated players to not cash. Hey, we really, we really appreciate you watching, whether you're listening or watching on YouTube. Remember that we have Instagram, Facebook, and X. We've got an AOL email at discgolfdaily@aol.com if you ever want to shoot us a comment, have a question, or want to more know about this great show. Yeah, I think I said that wrong. Continuing on, if you're watching on YouTube, remember to hit that like and subscribe button. We really appreciate it. It is showing. It's fun. It's exciting. Thank you to all those disc golf fans out there, and until next time, remember to keep it in the fairway.
Thank you so much for watching. Please like, subscribe, comment, and share. It really does help us grow.